Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. And if you use the Brother Scan and Cut or any other cutting machine or I think embroidery machine, then you can use the SVG files to get images that you can use. Now, this is for the Brother Scan and Cut. Um, which is what I use, so I know that it works for this and I know it works for the Cricut. So if you're using these things to cut out your ephemera or to create pictures to cut out to use as ephemera, then actually if you're cutting out to use as ephemera, not if you're um, printing out to use. Well, either one actually, because you can print out the black image and then cut it out with your scan and cut, but it's much easier to use the software. Now, this is not a tutorial on the Brother Scan and Cut Canvas. What's it called? Yeah, Canvas Workspace software. This is just on how to get the images. So the first thing you can do is click on Google Images and then just search SVG 3. Yeah, you can try that. And there's a bunch right there. So just scroll down until you find one similar to what you want. Like this would be a nice one. Then just right click on the image and then click Save Image As. And now I have a folder that is for SVGs, and it is in my graphics folder, which is a good thing to do. And then I have a Google folder inside that. And then I have an SVG folder inside that. And then I'm going to click Save. Now, when you scroll down, there's going to be other images similar to the one that you selected before. Now, the thing to look for is to make sure it has a border all the way around. Like this image would work. Right click, Save Image At. Now you're already going to be in the folder that you selected before, which is SVG, so that you can save it. Now you can save a JPG, a GIF, a SVG, or a PNG file and use it in the software for the Brother Scan and Cut. I'm not sure about other machines. The Scan and Cut will import those images and allow you to convert them to the type of file that you can use with your Scan and Cut. So if you have the Wi-Fi set up, then you can just send it straight over to your machine. If you don't, you could put it on a Fire Stick or a little card or something and plug it in to your Scan and Cut and do it from there. Actually, I think you have to have a stick. Now, let me show you an image that would not work. Let's see, right here. This image would not work because these little things are all separate, and especially this white area, and it would not want to cut it out, except for it would cut it out in pieces. And then you would have to put it back together manually once you cut it out, like the little head and the antennae. So this one actually you could use, the wings aren't all one border piece, but you'd have to put the body, the head, and the antenna back together on your project in order to use this. Now, something really cool that you can do is you can click on fonts, and you can see that this will work for an SVG, but if you click on this, it's going to take you to the website, which is Top Free Designs. You can see it right down here. When you put your cursor over it, down in the corner, it will tell you how big the image is. If it's super small, then you're not going to be able to use it because it's going to show up in the software the same size as the image you save. Now, if you right click and save this font example, then you can open it up in the software and you can print this out, and then you'll have all these letters. Now, this one is not that great a one because each letter is going to be cut in half. Okay, so now one like this, however, which is pretty, you right click, save image as, and then you've got all those individual letters. Of course, you'll have to use your scanning cut will cut them out into individual letters, and then you can spell out words, on your project. And you may have to print out more than one because there's only one letter um, or there's only one per letter on here. So there's only one V. So if you have a word that's got more than one V in it, like revive, then you would have to print out two of these in order to have the two V's. Okay, so now a font that, another one that wouldn't work, I think would be this one. No, that one would work. I'm trying to see. Well, it looks like all the ones on here. Here's another one where the letters would be cut in half and you would have to do it. Now, you can select these if you're doing t-shirts or, well, this one, Hello World, you could possibly put in a scrapbook project, a card, or a junk journal, or a folio, or something like that. So any of these would be fine. This one would be fine. You might be able to find there's a Baby Yoda. Um, this is something you could not use because it has the wood background, and not only that, but if you look closely, you'll see these little white scissors, and that means that it's copyright protected and somebody's put their logo all over it. So now you could pick any of these others, like this one, and this is very small, the 301 by 301. Let's see if we can find them one bigger. Oh, that's really small as well. Now, this is 2000 by 2000, so this would be a big enough image to use. But the 320 by 320, the little ones like that, they're not really big enough to use as is. You can enlarge them in the software, and that's something that, I'm not going to show you how to do. This is an image, besides the wooden background, that wouldn't work because it has all these open spaces, and you'd have to put every single piece of this back together manually. Plus, it's got this open area right here that goes up in there, and it would cut that out, and this little part of the finger would be hanging out there all by itself. Okay, so that's that. So now to find even more images, I have saved some websites that you can get the free SVGs. Let me scroll all the way down here. I've got a folder labeled SVG, and you can do that. Let me go to one of these sites. This site is called Free SVG Designs, and any of these images, even though they're in color, you could print out and use. Your scan and cut will cut these. You can also use the software to print them out. So to save an image here, you would click on it and then say close. And then that would take you to the page that shows the individual software. And then you're going to look for the download image, which is not there. That's an ad. So you want to close that. Where the heck is it? Nope, nope, nope. Looks like here. You would click here. I don't really like this site. And there is the file, and you could save it. You save it as the zip file, then you're going to have to unzip it, zip it, and the image will be inside that folder. So that's not one that I would keep. And I didn't realize that at this website. I just found it, and so I thought it would work, but I'd rather not. So another one could use that I looked at and downloaded an image from, excuse me, I'm having a little trouble with my voice this morning. Whoops. Okay, another one would be design bundles. They have lots of free stuff. So you just go to designbundles.net, and then you just click on free designs. Then you click on free SVGs, and then you have all these, and you can actually download a whole set. So you would get all these images in a zip file. When you unzip it, then you would have all those images in one file. I'm not printing out shirts. You could use these you could use these sayings in a junk journal too. So you might want to look at it and see what the sayings are. Now, I forgot to show you on this website, you click download now, then you click confirm, and then the download will start. Okay? So I'm going to click cancel. Another one is, they don't have as many, but it's called Creative Fabrica. Now, they have memberships. Where you can join and get the SVG files free, tons of them every month. They have 4,335,276 graphics spread out between the different, what was I going to say? Different types of files. So you want to click on free, and then you want to click on free SVGs. They don't have a lot each day of the free, but here's one that's a gnome. And this one will probably come in pieces, and these have commercial usage allowed. So that means you can print something out, like use this little gnome in your journal or your card or whatever, and then you would be able to use it in your project, print it out, use it in your project, and then sell it. Okay? So if you have a commercial license, that does not mean you can just resell the image. You can't put it on your Etsy store or whatever. You would have to make this image, either cut it out or whatever, and then use it in your junk journal, and then you could sell the junk journal. Okay, so these are just a few of the sites and a few of the ways that you can get the free SVGs. And like I said, you can open it in the software that comes with the Brother Scan and Cut, and then that will allow you to use those files and print them out. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.